as I was driving over here, just the people on the road, there is a tenseness in their behavior, in their facial expressions, and people just are trying to carry the weightiness, I think, of partially of what is going on in the country. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't read a newspaper or watch a TV news program without you hear everything that is wrong and everything that is heavy and weighty. And if we're not grounded mm-hmm. firmly in the strength and the power and the love, and in this, since you're studying Hebrews, mm-hmm. in our what does he call it in Hebrews? Priest, our high priest, yeah. Jesus Christ. Good, we blank for a minute. Mm-hmm. Our high priest, Jesus Christ. If we're not grounded in that place, we'll pick up whatever heaviness is out there mm-hmm. and try to carry it. But we can't do that because we've been called to a different culture in mm-hmm. Jesus Christ and in Him as our priest. And you said you were studying Hebrews.
Yes, as I've been studying Hebrews is really talking about Jesus is far superior than the prophets of old, of Moses, of Joshua, of the high priest, and all of it. He was the superior way. And he's talking to a people who are going through the midst of trials and persecution. And they're coming into something that's new. Being a follower of Jesus is a new thing, and they're being persecuted for it. And in the midst of this persecution, the writer of Hebrews is trying to tell them, don't drift from what you've learned from me. Don't drift from these things. Hold on. Press on through in the midst of it. And as I've been studying this, I had this dream. And in the dream, things that were going on in my family, and I had personal things going on in my life and all. And those things just really started pressing in on me. I woke up from this dream and it had just been crazy. And I was just weighed down, like Linda's talking about. And I was sitting there, God, what would you have me do? And he said, do you not know who you are? And do you not know the authority that you carry? That the weapons of your warfare are not carnal, but they are mighty through God for the pulling down of strongholds. And I said, well, God, how do you want me to pray then? And he said, well, why don't you start pulling back the powers of darkness over the people in your lives that you see going through things? And why don't you start pressing in to what the Word has to say about those situations and just begin to make declarations over those things and watch me change them, but you walk in my peace.
Yes.
And you walk in the mindset that I am more than enough mm-hmm. for every situation. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that I had to study in this course that I'm doing on Hebrews is the fact that if you go through the first of Hebrews and then you go through the first of John, it's talking about how superior that Jesus is. He's superior over everything. And then you go to, I believe it was Psalms 109. But in Psalms 109, it ends out by saying, and you're going to see the day when all the enemies that you face are going to be destroyed. All these things, and that this superior thing that we have with Jesus will never pass away. So if we press into Him and fix our eyes on Him and stay on course, we're on the right track.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.